Good day, everybody. And once again, we are back together. All right, so this time we're looking at question 6. Right, let's get right into it. If you haven't subscribed, what have you been waiting for? Right, just hit that subscribe button as quickly as you can. Right, we're looking at this function right now. Okay, so this is definitely the exponential graph. So they say the graph below represents the function g of x, which is a multiplied by 2 exponent x plus q. Now, they say to us determine the values of a and q, hence write down the equation of g. Now, let's start, ladies and gents. So we've got essentially 2 points that we know. Firstly, we can see that we have shifted this graph. I want you to notice that. Okay, so we've shifted the graph. There's the horizontal asymptote over there, right? The horizontal asymptote is at y is equal to -2. So meaning that this horizontal asymptote would be the value of q. So we can already say that q is actually -2. Because remember, what would normally happen to an exponential graph is that it usually sits like this, okay? So you know that it would use the x-axis as your horizontal asymptote. So that's why normally it would look something like this. But because they've shifted it down by 2 units, so now the asymptote is sitting at -2, and that's our q value. Okay, so we can already say q is -2. And then now we can find out what the value of a is. And how do we do that? We can substitute any of the values that we've got there, right? So I'm going to substitute the x-axis, or if you wanted to, I can see there are so many points that we can take. The point 2 and 2, right? You can actually choose any that you would want. Okay, that makes sense to you. Okay, so I'm going to take, let's take that point there. So that means g of 1, that's going to be a, that's 2. Where I see x, I put 1 there, right? So that's a multiplied by 2 to the power of 1 plus, but remember we said q is -2. But what is the y, the corresponding y value? When x is 1, y is 0. So this gives us 0. So that means 2a minus 2, 2 to the power 1 is 2, and that means 2a is equal to 2. And if we divide both sides by 2, a would be equal to 1. So needless to say, ladies and gents, that a is 1 and q is -2. -2. Nothing wrong if you decided to say g of 2. So you've got the point 2 and 2 over there. So you could have substituted that, and that would give you exactly the same answer. Now they say to us, write down the domain of g rather. So what is the domain in this case? Where does this graph exist, right, in terms of the x? So remember that it will continue all the way till -infinity, and it will continue all the way till +infinity. So for this graph, the domain of this graph, it exists for all values of x. So x would be an element of real numbers. Okay, right. There is no asymptote in terms of the x's, right? So the x values, that is. So the next question, they say, for what values of x is g of x greater than 0? Okay, so where is this graph greater than 0? Well, it's this portion here where my y values are positive. Otherwise, my my y values become negative. This entire portion over here has negative y values. So g of x would be less than 0 in that case. But we want to find out, where is g of x positive? Where is the graph above the x-axis? Well, this starts from 1, from x is equal to 1, all the way till infinity, right? But remember, they said just greater than, not equal to 0. So we cannot include 1. So x is an element of 1 to infinity. Or you can say x must be greater than 1. Okay, those are the two ways in which you can express that solution. And in that case, ladies and gents, that is how the cookie crumbles for this question. I hope that you understood that. We will be giving just a little bit more in terms of functions, just to make sure that you guys thrive on this section. For now, I'll see you guys next time. Sharp, sharp.